Good day and welcome back. We are up off Flinders Island. It is day 12, being at sea. We've only got about 220 lobsters on or something like that, big ones though. It's early morning and it's time to go pull the gear. Weather today is spectacular, so I believe today we'll go and anchor over there, and over there is some rubbish on the beach, like a big giant marker buoy or something like a mooring looking thing, and we're going to go collect it in the dinghy and we'll see what it's like on shore. Go check out these beautiful beaches and yeah, go from there. So we'll pull the anchor and get into her. Nice little orange burst of sun. We're having anchor problems. If you hadn't seen a few videos ago, we're having just a little anchor winch problem, and the tube that the chain goes down has buckled over so many uses, over so many years, and we've cable tied a little bit of stainless bar in there to help it, and it came undone, so we've had to just quickly put it back on. But we're just pulling up to the gear. So with this whole trip, it's going to be between 20 and 25 days long. The big thing about this trip is the catch numbers are going to be really low. We're hoping at the end of it the weight will be, I don't know, 800 kilos to a ton. You know, we're going to get up to $25 more a kilo just for the bigger fish than the smaller fish down south. But the hard thing is, give Lockie the beat, the hard thing is it's just one shot a day. We've had 3 day shots for basically nothing. It's not worth our time. It's just, yeah, it's disheartening when you're out here, you're away from your family, and I've got another business I could be running and saving money doing that sort of thing, and it's just that's probably the hardest thing is, you know, I could probably be home earning more, but here I am now, just slowly chipping away. Look, it could be magic and we might end up with 800 kilos and the price goes way up on big fish, even higher than what it is, which I highly doubt it, but anyway, you know, it is what it is. So we're just pulling up to the first pots now. I'll try to locate them. We're in around the rocks today. It's the only place we saw fish yesterday, so I set all the gear in much shallower. They're all in about 3 to 6 fathom, where yesterday we had them 6 to 12. Anything over 8 was just not good enough, so we've gone right up in, and the swell dropped back overnight, so I'm hoping that might help. Alright, first pot of the morning. Nice couple of thumpers in there. I will get the GoPro out there shortly. We haven't used my big camera this trip, for anyone who's always watching. I do apologise for that. It's too hard for me to be running out there whilst we're working around the rocks and everything, but you might see a nice fish here. That's what we want to see first thing in the morning. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. pot for 3 pots, that's nice. Lots of females, good to see. This pot's probably our deepest pot, I think, in this spot. It's 10 fathoms, but it was right on a nice beautiful hole and blank. So yeah, as soon as you go down that little bit of depth, it's just ruined. Alright, back in the shallows, sort of. Oh, it's in 8. In 8, blank. This one's another 10 fathom, but it's on a ledge, so it's found its way down the ledge, and that's what happens when you shoot some of this tide. It'll just, oh, there's a nice one in there though. Very, very nice. Big boy in that pot. That's probably solid 3 kilo, I would say. Might put a smile on Grumpy Lockie's face. I don't know why he's grumpy this morning, but he's just agitated like you wouldn't believe. So when they get about 2.5 kilo, 2 kilo, depending on agitation of the lobster, you've got to get them out backwards, tail first. If you're all gentle with them, gentle hands, they should come out reasonably easy. Lockie's choosing for the going the front method with this one for some unknown reason, and now he's going the back method. Nice. That's a very, very nice lobster. See all our floats here, they're all super close to each other, but the pots themselves aren't near each other. Like one pot's over here, next pot's over there, and then yeah, but there's lots of slack line everywhere. Something to be mindful of when you're pulling the gear around the rocks. Very shallow just in this bit when you get right up and close. A lot of these are in 4 fathom, 3 fathom. All the floats to each other in the slack line, you've just got to be really mindful of what you're drifting over and that sort of thing. Like, lots of slack, and you've got to drive up on it. Especially when you're trying to do it with one hand. With a bunch of shallow rocks on your port side you're trying to avoid. So I'll probably pull this one up and then reverse just to get us out of the way. Let Lockie play catch up. A few nice ones in this pond. Dogs are out to play today. Another one there, and a nice big female. That's a nice big male in there. Very nice. That's solid 3 kilo there any day of the week, really. That's, yeah, well and truly 3 kilo. That's what we want to see. Bin's got a couple of nice big ones. Perfect. Beautiful morning. Fingers crossed that swell going back yesterday keeps this going. Even if we only end up with like 25, but they're like that, that's worth close to $90 a kilo for us, where like a smaller one is only worth still $50 a kilo. So that one in the pot over there is $50 a kilo, $90 a kilo. So if we can get more of them and less of them, then at least the quota that we've had to pay for is optimized, so we earn more off of that, if that makes sense. It's all a bit confusing, but bigger fish, sweet, that's why we're up here. Little fish, they're like a pot filler, really. You get them here, you get them there, but that's what we're after, big puppies. That's potentially the biggest of the trip, I think. That is the trip contender. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll get this one first, and then I'll reverse out of here and give us a refresh. Come back to getting that one out. Alright, this is the big one. This is the contender for the biggest of the trip. Imagine if he just goes like that. Nice.
Right.
That's what we want to see. Check.
Big juicy dogs.
Give us a smile. Right, that is a nice specimen. That's what we want. He's probably going to go straight down the tank because he's a danger to the other specimens. Not Lockie, the lobster. Right, a few more in here. All very nice. But what is this? Be up there as well.
He's bigger than the last one.
Lockie's calling it. He's saying it's bigger than the last one. Yeah. Eyeball scales. Look out.
He looks bigger. He's just bigger. Right.
There we go. Look at that, compared to the pot. What do you got to say about him? Yes, puppy.
They're big puppies.
Nice. We need more of them. More, and more. This is something to take into consideration when you're filming videos and stuff. We're just drifting quickly to film the big lobster, and you know, you are all clear, but next minute we go from over there to over here and you drift over the top of one. Luckily, prop wasn't spinning, nothing's moving. We're all clear on the wing. Have a good look around, nothing's under us. And we'll turn around and get back up into the shallows up in here. But still getting plenty of nice lobos. Bins are filling up. Lockie put the big one down, I presume. Nice. Another one out of that one. Maybe a $50 a kilo fish. Yep. Nice. That's 4, I think. 4. All right. We're getting plenty of lobster here. we've got something special.
Doesn't look like a normal cray.
This is a Eastern Rock Lobster. They're pretty specky looking. So obviously the red one is a Southern Rock Lobster, and the one on the left there is a Eastern Rock Lobster. Is that a male or female?
It's female.
Female.
Pretty sure. Got no eggs, but
And lucky, we'll just get the female with eggs out. You'll see. See under the tail.
so it's an immature foal. It might be a mature female, but it's just got no eggs.
There you go. It's pretty cool. They're a pretty cool looking cray lobster. Nice.
That's good size. I'm not sure what the legalities are for them.
You can keep them. They are under the same size restrictions as ours when they're in our waters, I believe.
Same size.
However, we're obviously not keeping a female, so this time of year, so back she goes. It's interesting to see how she's not carrying eggs. So obviously ours don't breed. She's an outcast. She's the black swan. No one wants her, but back she goes anyway. Live out her days. Wicked. Lots of females in here. Another female. Nice. Alright, let's go for out here for a bit. Very shallow pots come up. Looks like there might be one in there. We've got the research pot, so with this pot, every lobster that's caught in here, we log it and write it down on a piece of paper. And this male is
165.
165. Nice, nice. Another nice big one in there, hiding away. So that's just over half the gear. We're going to put all these lobsters down and see what's in the little bit deeper, sort of 7 to 10-ish, 6 to 10-ish fathom range. Fingers crossed we can keep consistent numbers. Look, at this rate, we could end up with about 40, which would be nice, but it's all going to depend on this next lot. If it goes downhill, it is what it is, whatever. But we've got some nice bigger fish this morning, but lots of smaller fish. But we've also seen a large number of rats, which are like small lobsters. We haven't seen that the whole 12 days, so this is a first. whether it's just the depth we're in or whether it's actually the moon phase is now over. Well, the moon phase is over, it's a new moon, and whether it's now like they're back feeding again. Lobsters do weird things. So anyway, we'll get these down and this nice beastie boy. Nice. A lot of fishermen cut those big grabber claws there and the little crusher claws and stop them from attacking each other, but I don't think we're going to catch enough to worry about that at the moment. Very nice, very nice. On to these ones. That's 28 off of 33, so this is the closest we've been to a fisher pot so far. So bloody fingers crossed that we can get those last fisher pot in these ones. That'd just be nice. One for us, 2 females. We're getting a lot of females. No keepers for us. As always, second half flunks. We've pulled about 8 blanks in a row. This is the last pot coming up just here. All we need is a 5 out of it. It's not much to ask for, just a 5.
I think that's a lot to ask for.
There. It's just as soon as you come to this bottom in the 6 fathom, it was healthy the other day and now it's just dropped off, and the shallow stuff was good, and it's like, do you shoot back here tonight? Do you just shoot some inshore then move the other half to another section? It's just, you know, we'll work that out, but for now we just want 5. That basically gives us something like, fuck off flies. There's all these flies around here that just get all on your windows and get inside your bloody wheelhouse and piss me off. So, I don't know, 33. It's not really what we wanted, but what do you do? What do you do? Much bigger fish, but then we also got a lot of smaller fish. I think I'm going to shoot a bit more spread out. I reckon 20. We shot 32 through the inside there last night, so I think we're going to go maybe 25 through the inside. Go to the top side maybe. The wind is going to be coming down tonight, so we might. I know we can go in between this reef and the island, but we need 5 fathom lines. We don't have. We can call 15s, but I'd rather not. So I'll see what happens here. We might shoot maybe 20 on the inside or 25, and then yeah, find somewhere. I'll work something out because I want to change it up a bit. I don't want to keep shooting the same spot, but we'll see what happens. Bloody flat today. We're just about to shoot the last couple in. We're going to just go around the corner a little bit. Just trying to find that perfect bottom that we've been getting decent numbers on. You know, you drive over a lot of nice stuff like this, but every time you shoot it, it's just nothing. It's this real finicky bottom at the moment that seems to be moving, but look, every day is a new day and things keep changing, so it's hard to tell. You can see the tide rips through this section just here, and you can tell that as well by the way that the rocks and the sea floors sort of I guess leaning almost in one direction. Like it looks quite odd. I mean, we're doing 1,000 RPM and we're doing 8 knots, and the tide hasn't even started running yet, so it fair moves through this spot. So I probably should have got the gear in here a little bit earlier, just so I could land the pots where I wanted. The last thing you want to do is shoot your gear into the tide, and then as it hits the rocks it tumbles or goes upside down or anything. That's why you want to shoot on the slack tide, so you can land it in the rock, and then as the tide changes, your rope will just sort of twist the pot maybe on the spot, and it's nice, you know, wedged in a rock until you come along and pick it up above it. But yeah, we'll go along the shoreline here. We'll have a little looky what we can find over here in the shallows. So this is Cape Barren. There's a little lighthouse on the end there. You can walk all through here, I think. Google's telling me there's a track here somewhere, but I don't know about that. There's also a lot of snakes everywhere. Alright, that's the last pot in. Lockie's doing some deck scrubbing. On our way to the beautiful anchorage again. We're going to anchor over near that big red thing. If you hadn't seen a few vlogs ago, I spotted something on the beach that looks like a big marker buoy or mooring buoy, or could be a weather buoy that's washed ashore. I don't know, but I want it. I want to go look at it. And there also looks like a fish bin, like one of these fish bins washed up on the shore. I also want that. Hopefully it's not ruined. If it's ruined, I'll still get it and I'll put it in the bin, but I want it. So we're going to drop the dinghy down when we get up here, jump in the dinghy and go across, go and have a look, but we'll have some breakfast and stuff first. This area is probably my favourite anchorage up here, that's for sure. It's just really nice. It's just, even at night time when you're like, especially up where we were last night over in the corner there, it was like just the stars coming over the mountains. You could still see them perfectly. The moon was just a tiny like crescent. It was just beautiful. So sort of as I lay there in bed looking up through all the windows, it's, yeah, no, I'm liking it a lot. All right, it's go time. We'll go over to the shore where it looks the nicest. We're going to go for a walk through the rocks here, and then we're going to go pick up that giant red thing. I don't know what it is, but I want it. That's all that matters.
It's a long way away.
It is, but you know, that's what we've got legs for. Fortunately, we've got 4 between us.
I don't think we're going to fit it on it. It's too big to fit in here.
No, it's coming. It's coming with us. So even if one person takes it, the other one waits. It's coming with us. I want it. But yeah, beautiful spot. I don't know where to put the GoPro, so we'll film when we get on the shore. Right, we're on the beach. Straight away, pot rope.
Straight away, boot full of sand.
Piece of something.
Part of a fish bin. Part of a crate.
Yeah, old fish crate. Any rubbish like this we'll just pick up and chuck it in a pile here and get it after. There's actually lots of rubbish on here. It's kind of sad actually. Float, look at all the rubbish. Float. What have we got here?
Hey. Knife handle.
Knife handle. Lots of cuttlefish shells. What's this? A baby cuttlefish. What's this? A bloody, looks like a kid's plastic bucket.
handle. What's this? Oh yeah, we need some of that on the boat. Fly spray. I think we'll do a pickup on the way back because there's more rubbish here than we thought. What we got here? It's half a drum. We'll come back and grab it.
The bucket now.
Oh, look at the Chieftain sitting there beautifully. That's a big cuttlefish. This is a size 12 gumboot. Lockie's on the pickup of rubbish now.
Fresh one, it's just washed up on the beach.
There's the coral. Funny looking coral. Look at all the cuttlefish. Coffee lid. Buddy, plastic off of a bait container. More nice beams. An absurd amount of cuttlefish. What's that? That's one of them Bunnings bloody containers. What do we got here? Oh, it's a coconut. It's a coconut.
Man, there's nowhere tropical right now.
That's a coconut.
Let's go.
It'll be yucky, I think. Oh, coconut.
If only that knife was...
That's funky looking. Oh.
Another bucket though. Stinky.
Stinky bucket. We'll leave,
that stinks.
we'll leave them here and we'll come back
That's
on the way
not
back.
coming on the...
No, but it'll have to. Because what's that?
No.
What's this?
That's horrible. That stinks.
What is this?
Oh. That's cool. Old bottle.
It's got like a bloody... Oh shit.
In a bottle?
I don't know what that is. If anyone knows what that is, comment. I don't know if you see that. I'll come back. I'll sit that right there and we'll come back to that. What's that? Nice bit of wood. Another nice bit of wood. Wow.
Plastic bags.
So there's someone's probably tried to, like, I don't know, hold on to their plastic bags and failed because the whole thing went over.
That's just full to the brim. Rock solid of plastic bags.
Some nice looking beams up here. I like beams. Something's bolted together. It's like a handrail off or something. A few bigger waves breaking here. What do we got here? Little something tried climbing that way. You can see all the little footprints. All through here. A lot of rubbish. I should have bought some bags. Alright, finally, Lockie's way back. I pushed forward to get ahead of him. We're nearly at the other end of the beach. Ah, I see a blue bin. There's a pair of shoes up there. The Sydney fish bin. Gotta keep an eye out for snakes up here too. Ah, it's blown to pieces. It sucks. All sorts of toothbrushes, and there's so much plastic and waste. Okay. Right, as for the thing I wanted, what's it called? It's got a name on it. Lead stand? Lead stand? It is, it's a lead stand. Alright. Now I need to take it back to the boat. Upon first inspection, it's all good, but it is so heavy. It is full to the brim of sand up that end. So that sucks. I was actually looking forward to bringing that back. There's now nothing I can do about that. Bugger, bugger, bugger. I wanted that. If you didn't know, I've got a mooring company that does moorings, and that's something that can always be, you know, handed off to someone else who might, you know, want something like that. You never know. You know, those things could be a couple of $1,000s, and you could have a couple $100 really, if that. But oh well, there's a pair of shoes there. Gumboot, was a gumboot. Crazy. There's so much stuff up here. Thing's full of sand, Lockie.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be able to do this show.
It's light as light. Lockie's on a shell hunt.
Yeah, look at all my shells. Cool shells. This one. Oh, cool. These ones are coolest.
Nice. Alright, we're going to walk back that way, and we've got something else in store. Something fun. Lockie found a shotgun cartridge.
Missing the metal off the top.
Fill me up. Right. These little sand walls next to me would be 3 meters at the highest, 2 meters most of the way through. Pushing 3. But beautiful spot. All right, we got floats, plastic, a bottle with something on the top there. Can't see much else on that. And then we got rope, plastic, another float. And that was just a very quick walk, and to be honest, we left a lot of stuff behind. Like, we should have bought bags, but we would have just we would have done 20 trips just up and back just to fill them up. It's just ridiculous. So even on a place where I don't even think there's really anyone inhabiting this place, you just, the amount of rubbish is crazy. It's just crazy to see. And it's always sad seeing so much fishing rubbish as well, but not much you can do about it, I guess. Right, well, that's rubbish collected, and now we're going to try and hand line a couple of lobsters. We're not keeping them, but thought it'd be something to do, honestly, instead of sitting down on the games all day and that. We'll just,
we heard you could do it, so we might as well give it a crack.
Yeah, you always see videos of people catching them by hand. So we got bait savers, some strings, and yeah, we'll see if we can get a couple, and it'll just be funny to see. I think we're not, as far as I know, legally it's not a form of commercial fishing, hand lining for lobster. So more rubbish, whole bunch of rope.
That would have been a crayfish, I reckon.
Yeah, probably one from out wide. It's probably a cray pot at the end of that, mate.
It's way in there.
It's a good thing we got a knife. We'll cut it off before we leave, and just got to watch for snakes around here.
Definitely.
It's a pallet. Right, I'll use 2 hands as we go through here and see what we can find. We've also got basically some of the most venomous snakes in the world in Tassie, so caution is required, definitely. I was just looking at the water and seeing if we could get a cray in there maybe, but I turned around and there's like this little makeshift shelter thing someone's tied together. It's a definite little rock pool here. We'll go a little bit further. I want a bit more darkness over on that point. It's a bit odd. There's a lot of wood here, but someone's tied this together.
I'll make a bit of shade.
There.
Don't know if you can see, but Bryce is all the way over there on a mission. I didn't want to go too far. I didn't want to strain myself. I am feeling a little bit under the weather as it is, but I was teasing a conger. I didn't get it on camera because I actually thought Bryce had the GoPro with him. There was a conger hanging around here. That was cool to see, but I haven't seen any crays, so I don't know. It looks like Bryce is making his way back over though. I don't know if you can see the little red life jacket over there. Anyway, Chieftain sitting there looking pretty, and I've just been sitting here enjoying the scenery. Pretty nice. It's a good spot.
That was a big walk. That's a long way on rocks around the corner, especially at speed. I saw nothing. There was nothing anywhere other than a lot of wood, which was a long way up in the shrubs, and a couple of piles of like 10-15 abalone shells, little ones, bigger ones, just up in the shrubs. So someone's probably found some and chucked them there, but there's nothing. But good walk, good walk. I'll sleep like a baby tonight.
We'll make our way back over to the dinghy.
Yeah, more walking.
More walking. It's not that far though, that part.
Nice. Alright, we are back on the boat. Well, a little bit of a mission, but yeah, we'll give this thing a hose down later and get all this sand cleaned up and sort out what we're going to do with all this rubbish. It might have to go in the freezer. We won't have enough room to put it in the bin, so yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, I walked the whole way around that point. I crossed the other beaches and then was like, oh, it's too far. So I ran back the first part, then came back across, met Lockie over here, and we went back to where the dinghy was. So all in all, good mission. Well, rubbish, no lobsters, not that we're keeping them, but would have been nice to see one crawling about. I saw a conger eel apparently. I missed that one, so anyway, we'll get cleaned up and probably do a dinner update. Alright, she's the next morning. We ended up just having leftover like a curry, cashew curry from the night before. Yeah, not much really happened. We played some video games and that was about it. We had two other boats join us. One of them is a bit further south somewhere. I saw his light. I don't know if he's working down there. And the other one was right next to us, back in shore there, back over there. So yeah, we're up and ready to go pull the gear. First lot of gear is off of Cape Barron itself, in there, and then the rest of it's just up through a new area with only 20 pots in the area we've been consistently seeing some fish. So we'll just see what happens. We'll see whether we end up with more area to fish or whether we keep fishing one spot. You know, it's just this time of year. It's just this time of year, really. Yeah, nice beautiful morning. There is what we call kelp flies. These kelp flies, I don't know if the GoPro's picking them up. There we go. These kelp flies everywhere at the moment, and they're so annoying. They just always get in the door when someone opens it, and then they irritate me. You're trying to sleep and then they're just like buzzing around you all night. It's a pain. I can't stand it. So I vacuumed up like 20 of them with the Dyson, just sucked them all up, and yeah, I swear they're climbing back out of it. But
Yeah, other than that, yeah, good day on the beach yesterday. It was pretty knackered. We both went to bed at about 8:30 last night. Neither of us stayed up. We conked out. I did have to wake up briefly and then wake Lockie up because I had to let out a bit more anchor chain because we only let it enough out in case we were going to move from where we were. But that wasn't the case. We ended up staying where we were because I only anchored there so that we could go ashore in that little corner. So, but anyway, that's about it. It was raining heavily before. It's not now. But first two pots are just here. I can see them. So let's get into them. First pot of the morning. Lockie's in pain today as well. He's informed me. So just take it slow and easy today. No rushing. Even though we got up earlier to rush, but he's in a lot of pain. See the other boat just in front of us there. Not sure where he's going, but so far. I would have thought we might have seen at least a big one there, but apparently not. That's alright. We'll pull the next two and hopefully we see something. Otherwise like I've said, I might have to come up with another game plan. I'm also very annoyed this morning. I'm actually quite annoyed this morning. I was talking to Squizzy last night, and he's up the northwest coast of Tassie, so I'm up the northeast, he's up the northwest, and he's just, yeah, everyone I know who's up there is catching a lot, a bloody lot. Yeah, so it's one of those, you know, I don't leave somewhere to go somewhere because someone else is doing well, but when you're talking 4 times as much in the same time. We've got about 300 fish. Yeah, so you're talking, yeah, a large amount different. You got to weigh up financially, is it worth here? No. I've only just covered, after 12 days of fishing basically, I've only just covered the cost of the groceries that I put on the boat. That's just my pay. Like, you know, and I don't necessarily earn a small amount, but that's taken 12 days to cover 2.5 grand of just groceries. So it's sort of, you know, you start questioning, you're better going home and scratching your head and doing something else, or it's just one of those things really. Got 2 little lobsters. I don't know if we're getting any of them, but in that lucky number again, 6 fathom. Got 1 finally. We're getting pots with fish, but they are all females. That's 5 fish in there, 5 lobsters, 5 crays, whatever you want to call them. All females, same as that pot had 3, that pot had 4, nothing for us. The pain. We've had a bit of a medical emergency. We got half the gear up. Lockie's in a lot of pain. Decided we'll stop pulling the gear and anchor for 6 hours so we can rest, get some medication, get a heat pack on. all the gear is, let's see if I can show you, all the gear's tailing, so the pots are here, but the floats are up here, and I can't, that's all rock. I can't get them back myself, so I was having to pick, even with Lockie when he was on deck, I was having to pick which ones I could get. I tried two by myself, and I think the risk of the danger's too high. Normally I don't have a problem pulling gear by myself, like you just take your time, I've got all day. But when you're in a fathom and a half around rocks, tide, wind, crosswind, yeah, not risking it. So for now it's just going to be about 6 hours for Lockie to hopefully rest, get this pain down, get it under control. There, we got 10 out of the first 26. A few nice ones, but yeah, we just need to rest, and yeah, we just have to get the gear up today. You do not want to leave it in. The crays will be climbing out. You don't want to lose a shot. So we just need to hopefully get him to push through the last bit of the day and get him up. Anyway, do an update later. Had the border force rock up. Something a bit different, dropped off a goodie bag. So, looking for suspicious activity. Yeah, they've anchored up over in the corner over there. There they go. So they've gone through the logbook and checked all the paperwork out, and you know, then they sign it and all that. But yeah, it looked like they were mainly after suspicious aircraft and small craft, or big ships that have come in unusually close. Like, we all wonder why, but yeah, something different. Alright, we're into pulling some gear. We've got nearly all the gear up. I haven't really filmed anything because I'm running out. Lockie's not carrying any pots, he's not doing anything like that. He's just throwing the grapple and sorting. He's just sorting the pots, the fish, putting bait in it, done. He's not lifting anything. I just need him to throw the grapple because the swell's lifted up here a bit, and where we've been up inside there is just, it's not that friendly of a place. So yeah, we've got 2 or 3 left. I've filmed these last couple. We're getting some fish. We've got nearly 3 bins, which is good. Yeah, I'll stick the GoPro down. We'll just film some stuff. But yeah, Lockie can't do everything. He generally does have something really bad happening. Well, we think, we don't know. He's been to 3 doctors, a specialist. He's been to the emergency department. No one's given him a solid answer. It's just been back and forth. He's in immense pain, can barely walk, can barely do anything. You know, when you're out here, you're either home or you're here. Like, there's no real options. We had 6 hours off, so had some time to have some painkillers and that. But anyway, we'll get into the work. I'm wasting time, so get into it and get the gear back in.
That's 51 pots. Plenty of big females. Right, we'll put these fish down, move some pots down, get ready to shoot them in and work out the where next plan and whatever else. Yeah, then we'll do an update. Right, well, gears in. We're nearly back to the anchorage. Yeah, we just took our time shooting them. We just had like 2 stacks of 3, so yeah, 6 pots plus 10 pots next to Lockie, and then that way he could just reach over and move them as he needed. And then as soon as we shot, you know, that 10 pot lot of pots, I could drag him down the deck. Another lot for him to shoot. Yeah, beautiful evening. It's going to be a bit of wind from the west. It's a bit weird here. As you move around the little island back there, the wind wraps from different ways further up. The westerly comes more from like a northwest. So when you shoot your gear, you've got to take that into consideration when your floats are sitting on the rocks. We ended up with 41. 41, we've evened our best shot, so which is good. However, I've just received news just to mix my day. We've had Lockie injured, we've had the police board, which was all fine. GoPro cut out. We've had Lockie injured, police board, which was all sweet. We've had a bit of anchored winch issues, but resolved that. I had to do a heap of work on the pots whilst we were sitting this afternoon while Lockie was sleeping. I noticed a whole bunch of things that were wrong with them, so I did a bunch of splicing, fixed some pots up, got lots of spare like ropes and pot fixing material hanging there. Right, deck's all clean, everything's all good. A couple of spare floats need fixing, another set there needs fixing, some odds and ends need cleaning up. We'll do that tomorrow. All the line bins are looking good. Lockie's got his sea urchins, cool looking ones. Bait's out ready. Lobsters are right there. This side. That might be a bit too bright, maybe. So they're all the big ones in the top, apart from that one random little one. Just checking all the tubes. You don't want lobsters caught in the tubes. Should be none down there, but if they get caught in the tubes, there's less oxygen in there, so they die. We're going to get in there, get some dinner sorted. It's going to be something very simple tonight. Something very, very simple. Use up the last bit of something, and tomorrow night we'll start the roasts and the good stuff. But like I said earlier about the whole having things ready to be fixed or used, you've got, you know, the short strings here and then the long ones here, and then you got your what we call breakaways. So basically one of these, I'll try and show you a breakaway tomorrow or the next vlog or whatever. Whenever we're hauling the gear next, I'll show it. Basically the pot, you've got a strop which is attached to the pot, and it runs halfway around the pot or the whole way around the pot. Then you have the breakaways in segments. So if you're pulling on a pot, it's not coming out of a rock. The idea is it'll snap the weakest link, which is going to be your breakaway, and then it will rotate the pot. So hopefully that twists it out of the hole. That's the plan anyway. But anyway, I'm going to get inside. It's getting quite cold. Beautiful evening as always here, and we'll get some dinner sorted. Tonight's whipped up real quick dinner was some slow cooked beef with caramelized onion and something sauce, and chunky beef in rich gravy pies, and chips and gravy with salt, pepper and some cheese mixed in. So something very simple. Then tomorrow night we'll get back into the veggies and the big chunks of meat. So tomorrow night's going to be pork steaks with veggies and chips, and then we'll start getting into the slow cooked meals again, and some more chicken things, and yeah, got more bread out of the freezer, the bait freezer, some fresh bread there, so we can have some toasted sandwiches tomorrow or something for lunch. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this real quick, and then we'll do an update of what the plan is next few days, and might go to a new spot, try something else out. There's a piece of bottom a bit further. Anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm gonna eat this food. So it's the next morning. We ended up finishing dinner and going to bed pretty early and just having a big sleep. Lockie's just got up and he's getting the deck ready. The plan's really, we'll just keep fishing a few more days. We'll see how Lockie feels. If it becomes too much for him to do sort of nothing, then we're gonna have to go home. There's no choice. The beach price has dropped. If you want to know what that feels like, imagine thinking you're gonna get, let's say you were gonna get 20, let's say you were gonna earn 40 grand, and then someone just comes along and knocks on your door and just goes, oh, I'll have 15 grand of that. Because you basically never get it. That's what happens when the price we receive drops. It sucks, but there's no real market for lobster at the moment. It's just a struggle. It has been for 4 years now. It's every time, you know, a couple of weeks go by, yeah, you try not to think about what the market's doing. You just try and fish, catch your fish, and worry about it when it's time to unload. But at the same time, sometimes you've got to unload small amounts while the price is high, because that's sort of worth double. Ideally, if we took in what we did yesterday, what we have, yeah, we would have earned a fair bit more. We could have come back out and finished another, 10 days and tried to get another 300-400 kilos. But anyway, it's in the past now. It is what it is. We just accept it, because we're not even near finished this trip. So whatever price we get at the end of the trip. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. I've been contemplating going to Lady Baron, Lady Baron, whatever it is, the town on Flinders, to take Lockie to the doctors, but it's not going to make a difference. By the time we steam all the way up there, he goes, oh, you shouldn't be working. It's like, well, alright, now we're going to go all the way back home anyway, so there's no point going that way. However, there is some bottom up there, up the track a little bit, a couple of miles. I wouldn't mind checking out. It's only 3-4 fathom deep, which is where we're seeing the fish. But yeah, lots to think about, lots to do, but Lockie's waiting for me to get out on deck. So that's the end of this vlog. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the drama and the odds and ends, and just seeing what it's like out here on the boat. And yeah, we're what day are we? Day 15 now, I think. I'd have to work it out, but we left on the 27th and it's the 10th, so whatever that is. Thank you very much. If you've got any questions, comment, like, subscribe, whatever. It's appreciated very much. And we'll get some SD cards rolling, so I can film the next
the next morning. So thank you, we'll see you on the next one.